Hello and welcome everybody to a beautiful new day. It is episode 5 of Filmtopia Live, and how more fitting for it to be Filmtopia episode or Filmtopia Live episode number 5. And we just came off of one of the greatest Marvel debuts or Marvel episodes of all time, and that is Loki episode 5. So, hello everybody. My name is Ricky. This is Filmtopia, and I am burdened with glorious purpose. I just want to say hello, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in the world. Today we started a little later, and that is just because last night was absolutely bonkers, absolutely lit. I cannot believe what happened last night. Yesterday, we assembled even more Filmtopians than usual. Last night was one of a kind. And speaking of one of a kind, last night's episode of Loki was one of a kind. Episode 5, for me, and I think for everybody else, was was bananas. It was beautiful. It was Easter egg heaven. It was just everything you want from a Marvel Disney Plus series. From ever since the streaming wars or the streaming era has begun, and it started back in what was it, Mandalorian season 1, to now where we are. I just want to say that it's really, really awesome how everything's turning out. The watch parties we've been doing, the post discussion spoiler reviews like we're doing right now. It's so cool how everything comes together, and I'm so happy and so proud to be a part of Filmtopia, and to have you as my fellow Filmtopians. I want to hit up the chat really quick. I know there's people that have been waiting. So I see Ulysses Pina. Ulysses is here. What's up, man? Crash is here. Crash says, "Don't say wind farm. I'm already feeling gassy." From Tony Stark. Ben Tolson is in the house. What's up, Ben? Thank you for being here. Just realized that the throne room in the void is a bowling alley. Yes, it is a bowling alley. That is actually something we were talking about in pre-production. It is a bowling alley. How fitting. That is the type of throne Loki would have. um, Lizzie's in the house, and Lizzie is also in the house. You'll see her very soon. Crash says vibes, you know the vibes. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for being here. Koi is also here. Hello. Billy248 says hi. Oh, nice. Denox Cryons is here as well. Koi wants a Danny DeVito Loki. Oh man, I'll tell you this though, that Richard E. Grant Loki, chef's kiss, man. That was incredible. Yes, Pyro Hell, welcome to today. There were a lot of people last night. It was crazy. I've never experienced that before, and as well as my co-host, my panel, also were just as shocked and just as happy and excited. But yes, there were so many people. I couldn't keep up with the comments. They would just literally like move and move and move. So that was interesting. Lizzie with the vibes. Noel P6, what's up, man? Welcome to the show. Tinox says, "What's next? A water bottle, Loki." What's up, Oscar? Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. And I just want to say, I know we didn't start at our regular scheduled time today, but that is, maybe something that we might end up working out for Wednesdays on Filmtopia Live. As of right now, Filmtopia Live is from 9 a.m. or starts at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time or and 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. As you can tell, I'm still running over a few words because of last night. But I just want to say, Oscar, like I said, I still want to keep that 9 a.m. slot, but there may be a chance that during the Filmtopia Live right after the streaming night, we might finagle some things because it might work out better, right? We might be able to bring you a better show. But we'll play it by ear. We'll play it by ear. Coy loved my President Loki outfit. Thank you. Yeah, it is one of a kind. It's actually behind me back there. And I love dressing up, man. I love dressing up. And shout out to Amazon for coming through on those, even though, I had to wait a month, but it was worth it. Felipe, the one and only Felipe is in the house. Welcome, Felipe. Passing by to say vibes. Hey, look later there. I sent you pics of Black Widow to thumb. Oh, wow. Thank you so much. I haven't checked my messages yet, or I haven't been able to get back to it, but I can't wait to see it. I might even check it out right now. But with that said, everybody, before I do with the next thing I was going to do, Lizzie says, up next, can Ricky string together a coherence? Oh, I couldn't even say that part. Can Ricky string together a coherent? I still can't say it. Can Ricky string together a coherent sentence? And can his Filmtopians do any better? Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z. All right. Well, if my fellow castmates are ready, I am ready for them. We have a great show for you today. Just in case you're wondering, Filmtopia Live is our daily talk show Monday through Friday, where we talk about all things movies. But because today is a special day and it is the day after the Loki episode 5, the majority of today's episode will be that. And without further ado, welcome, and let's go ahead and welcome my fellow Stafftopians. There we go. Everybody, please welcome Lizzie. Please welcome Jonah, and please welcome Mad Cake. I just want to say thank you for being here, guys. I don't know about you, but are you as tired or as like mumbled jumbled as me, or am I the only one?
You know what happened to me this morning. We're not gonna get into that yet. I'm exhausted.
If you know,
it's been a day.
Well, I'm glad that you were able to make it. Hopefully this makes it a little tiny better. And then after this, you can really maybe get some sleep. But I don't even know if you like sleep.
I don't sleep.
Yeah, exactly. So, Jonah, how about you, my man?
I mean, I've definitely had better mornings coming off of our Loki live streams, but we're getting there.
Hey, I want to see really quick. Both of your shirts. I see an X-Wing shirt. That is a Star Wars X-Wing shirt. Pew, 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 pew. And then, Jonah, what do you got? Tatis. Oh my gosh, that is like the most perfect shirt, because 2 nights ago, if anybody's out there and is a Padres fan, which I think everybody should, but he went up for a ball and caught a line drive that was like freaking 5 feet above him. And Jonah, one more time, show us.
I mean, it wasn't this exact one. This is from his catch from 2020.
Yeah,
when he did like the Air Jordan thing. But yeah,
very soon, Mad Cake will also be with us. I think she also has a shirt. But I want to say, let's see, where is it? Let's go back to the chat. Denox Cryon says, "Bro, 616 subscribers yesterday when you were, and we started off at like." It was not a 4083, but we started off at like 447.
Yeah, it was under 450, and then exploded to where we are.
Yeah, we just skyrocketed.
Ben Tolson is in the house, or what? I already said that, but Ben Tolson says didn't get to watch live with y'all, but it was so fun getting to see your reactions. Was smiling the whole time. And shout out to you, Ben, for actually finding the reaction within that whole 4-hour video, 4-hour stream. Shout out to you.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I should have put timestamps, and that's something I'm going to do right after this. Jonah, go ahead.
I mean, I've been working on them. It's just taking forever.
So shout out to you, Ben, for finding it.
Slowly begin to lose it.
Hey, it's just the post Loki days. It's the post Tuesday, Wednesday days.
It broke us.
But as you can see right here, we have Madison. Welcome to the show, Madison.
Hello.
Oh, by the way, this is Madison and Lizzie's first Filmtopia Live. So in the chat, a huge round of applause for that. And actually, here we go. Oh, wait. What was that? Crickets? No. Oh, God. Okay. We're going to get this right. Okay. And now I screwed it up. I don't know what's going on. Hey, producer Rick, I think I need a day off. Yeah, I'll take that. Oh, man. Oh,
thanks, Rick.
Yeah. I need to see what the other ones were. Hold on. Crickets. I could either hit you with a cricket or a harp.
You hit us with the crickets.
Yep.
Cricket?
Yeah.
Yep.
Only me, man. Only me.
We need to figure that out.
Billy 248 says 616 subs, Earth 616. Coincident? I think
I
not.
think not.
Nexus event. Yes, we had a Nexus like event yesterday, and I am very grateful. Super, super awesome. Oscar says, welcome, Lizzie and Mad Cake and Jonah. Thank you for that, Oscar. Shout out to you. Ben, by the way, I want to let everybody know Ben also has a YouTube channel. So for any of you out there that are interested, in checking out Ben Tolson, go check him out. He has awesome videos that I watch, and go show him some love. Go show him some love. Denox Cryon says, yeah, 447. But with that said, chat, I see you, but now I think we're gonna get into what you guys came here for. And essentially what that is a little something called Loki episode 5. If you were here last night or if you weren't here last night, let's give you a quick rundown as to what happened. Well, for both, not only just Loki, but for Filmtopia, it was a historic night. It broke records. It broke the Filmtopia internet section of the internet. Last night we started off. Last night we started off at 447 Filmtopians. Throughout the night, just people started coming in. And that's all because of you guys. That's because you guys hit that like button. That's because you guys subscribe. That's because you guys are engaged in the chat. So when that happens, YouTube says, whoa, what's going on over here? How come there's some dude that looks like President Loki and there's other variants of Loki in that live stream? What's going on? Maybe other people need to check this out. So then they send it out, and then boom, next thing you know, I don't know what to do with my hands, and I'm like, welcome. Hit that subscribe button. And yeah, so anyways, last night we got about, I think the max was like 278 people at one time here with us. And
you want to know what the lowest was?
That was blessings on blessings. What's that?
The lowest was 50. We didn't, as soon as I jumped on stream, like, this is after I got off work. I have no idea what it was before, but the lowest I saw it dip was 50. So.
Oh my gosh. So hold on, guys. Sorry. I just checked. So Felipe just sent me some stuff, and I haven't gotten a chance to see it until literally right now. And I gotta show you guys. This is actually really funny. In the meantime, well, I put these over onto the desktop. And so for these, they're just me, but I think this is the funniest thing, man. I love Photoshop. I love Photoshop so much. But I do see people trickling in more and more. I see William is still in shock. Shout out to William is here. Thank you for coming to Filmtopia Live, episode number 5, where we talk about Loki, episode number 5. Jimmy Lopez, he is also here. What's up, Jimmy? I still haven't replied to your message, but right after this is when all that's going to get done. Episode was wild. Let's see. Yeah, Felipe C. And then Oscar says last night was a movie. It really was. But how about this, guys? While I pull up what I'm going to pull up, can you guys just give me your initial reactions? Can you give our Filmtopia Live audience your initial reaction as to just what you, now that you've had a day or like some sleep, hopefully, right? Hopefully some of you got some sleep. Hopefully some sleep. And how'd you wake up? How are you feeling about last night's episode? Lizzie, I want to start with you.
I didn't sleep. Yeah, so I thought it was really a really good episode. Still kind of in shock, still kind of trying to figure out. I haven't had a chance to go and rewatch it because I had a bunch of stuff going on this morning.
That you did. That you did. If you know, you know.
About that. But yeah, again, it was an amazing episode. It was probably the best episode. Not my favorite. My favorite was last week's. But I really liked what they did. I thought it was very character driven. No pun intended, but also yeah. And if anybody's been here for any extended period of time, you know, I love characters. That's my thing. So it's really interesting to kind of go and see like what drove each Loki and kind of what they were all thinking, because you have our Loki who's just kind of sitting there in the middle of this chaos going, oh, was I really like that? Right? And then all of the other ones are just kind of going at it. And we have old Loki who's like, I'm sick of this. And then kid Loki is just like, I run the show, sit down. And then, of course, Crocodile Loki, Alligator Loki, my favorite, just there for the ride to bite people's hands off. Yeah, I really enjoyed this episode, I think. There were some parts where I was a little like, okay. But then.
That's actually, one of the things before we go on to Jonah and Mad Cakes, what did you guys think of the, now, you know what? We'll talk about that a little later. I just want to say one thing to your point, which is the addition to the MCU, which is Alligator Loki, is the best. It's the best. But thank you, Lizzie. Jonah, you're up next. I want to hear what you got to say. How are you feeling today now that you have a little bit more sleep in your system and you're able to process what happened last night?
I want to watch it again before I make anything. But gosh, it was an Easter egg like explosion. Like this whole episode was just like Easter egg after Easter egg after Easter egg, and like it was so cool to like see all these like things that like I never thought we would see, like the Thanos copter, like the living tribunal. Like there's so many random like cool things that like we never like would have been able to see if it wasn't for this whole like pruned void. I also love that they brought in Elias, and that like just the whole like interaction between Sylvie and Elias at the beginning, and then at the end, how Elias is basically about to kill them, and they get it off at the last second. I saw some people say that it was kind of like meh, the ending, but I really liked it because it also proved to our Loki that he has he can trust himself to use this new magic, and that he can do this new magic, which means he can learn all these other new magic abilities. And I just can't wait to see what they do in next episode to top this one, because I know that it's just going to top this one.
Yeah, that's the one thing I think I'm looking most forward to, is how they're going to top this one. Because they topped, literally, I think, there was that one filler episode, right, that people say considered filler.
Episode 3.
Episode 3
wasn't filler.
It was not filler.
Hashtag not filler. But I will say that each episode outside of 3 really built upon itself. So 1 was really, really good when we first watched it. 2 was even better. 3's the halftime. It's okay, halftime. And then you get to 4 was better than 2. And then now we get to 5, and 5 was better than 4. So sticking with that trend, putting trust into Feige, into Kate Herron, into Michael Waldron, and even Tom Hiddleston as a producer, I think they're going to give us an amazing episode 6. Really quick, Ben Tolson said, I love the point Lizzie made about character development throughout the series. We're only 5 episodes in, but they've done a great job in making us feel connected. And
we kind of have to get through roughly almost 10 years of character development for Loki in 6 episodes, because I think the point of them, that we're trying to get him back to where he was in Endgame, or further along than that. We're starting with 2012 Loki, so.
And I think we've gotten beyond that point almost. He literally said, like, during this episode, like, when Sylvie asked him, so at the end of this, why wouldn't you betray me? And he's like, well, that's not who I am anymore. Which, this is not the Loki that has the love for his brother that Infinity Saga's Loki had. But this is a Loki that has developed love for others, not just for himself. And he's done it by loving himself through a variant of himself.
Moving on.
This is a redirected form of love that he inevitably
Needed.
that he inevitably like creates, right? Because in each timeline, or at least like the one we saw in the sacred timeline, which is the main timeline, he goes on to like build that relationship with Thor and love him and all that stuff. So in this version, I think that's the inevitability part, which is he comes around, right? He comes around. And this time it's towards himself, kind of, in a female form. I will say this though. Let's see. William says pet Avengers in the MCU. I don't think they're that too far gone and they're gonna do something like that. But if they did, I think I'd trust them.
I'd be
to
down.
Be honest. I think I'd trust them. I don't know how. Like, I think I'd trust that it'd be good.
Animated, I would see it as an animated thing. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I don't think I would see it as like a
full
on
it has to be animated
production.
Imagine the pet Avengers in anime for the MCU, and they'd call it Star Wars. I mean Marvel.
Star Wars Visions.
Yeah, yes. Marvel Visions. But onto this point, which is Felipe says he watched it 3 times. But speaking about Felipe, everybody out there right now, I just want to say thank you. We will be having a Black Widow watch party tomorrow. It will start tomorrow and go into the that midnight or wherever, whenever Black Widow drops for you. We will be here watching it. So come hang out, tell your friends about it, and just share it with everybody. Tomorrow we are going to have a big old ball, and then that will be like I guess the prelude to Loki season finale. It's going to be awesome. We are inundated with Marvel this week, and it's going to be so much goodness. Now, I do want to say though, onto the Black Widow point, the reason why we're talking about it and why Felipe and what Felipe wanted us to do, which is, all right, you guys ready? All right, hold on. Let me load it up first. Hold on. Okay. You guys can see, where'd it go? Okay, you guys can see this, right? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So Felipe, I just want to say thank you. This gave me a huge smile, and I'm hoping it does the same for my fellow co-hosts. And here we go.
Hey!
Oh my god!
Oh my god! I love that.
This man is too talented, bro. And it's funny. I was thinking, like, where do you get these pictures from? But I remember I did set them. So.
Oh my god!
They are so well done. Check this one out. Okay, there's that one. And then there's this one.
Oh, I love that. The Filmtopia t-shirt.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, that is too good.
You're wonderful.
Holy cannoli, man. Look at this. Let's see
That's
what's next.
great. I love that so much.
It looks like I posed
like,
for this photo.
Yeah, you're just like, hi.
Oh my gosh, man. This is
Oh
too good. So this is what I would look like if I was 6'2", and I love cheeseburgers
and tattoos.
And tattoos. This is cool, and I had tattoos on my knuckles that said "Thug Life." Let's see. Wow, this is incredible. Oh god, this is
my
too
god.
good,
I
man.
love that.
What's the last one? I don't remember. Hold on.
They're just,
Oh, this one. Oh man, this is too good, bro.
The Filmtopia logo in the back.
Oh my
you
gosh,
see
dude,
it?
there's Easter eggs in all of these. Hold on.
Yeah, if you
Hold
go
on, okay.
back to the one right before that one,
Yeah, I
the
wanna check
tattoo
the
on his
Easter
chest is the logo.
Oh my god. How do you guys see that? That is so sick.
Loki has
Wow,
trained us
Felipe.
well.
Holy cannoli, look at that.
Oh my god.
Dude, I gotta
That's
show.
amazing.
Well, we have promo for the Black Widow live streams. Watch party. Oh,
come check it
man.
out.
That is
Vibe
so
with us.
funny, dude. Look at that.
Cry with us. This movie's
I
gonna
didn't even see this.
break me. Oh my god.
Budapest.
Hey man, I'll act with Florence Pugh and Scarlett Johansson any day. Any day. This
Same.
is so cool, man. I think low key, speaking of low key, that might be my wallpaper. I'm going from this wallpaper, from the Filmtopia wallpaper. I think I'm gonna act like Loki, throw in a little narcissism, and let's see what I look like. Hold on.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, dude, this looks so sick.
I love that.
Hold on. All right, here we go.
That's so cool. Maybe. Hey. Oh, that's great. I love that so much.
Here we go. Oh, look at that.
There we go.
Look at it.
Beautiful.
Thank you, Felipe. I just want to send a huge shout out to Felipe. The awesome thing is all his Instagram profiles are in the description box below. So please go over to his page, show him some love, tell him Filmtopia sent you. And thank you so much, Felipe. That is another smile that we get to have today. But now going back to Loki, right? Going back to what we were talking about, which is Loki episode 5. I know you guys, and I know Mad Cake actually didn't get a chance because I rudely interrupted with the Black Widow stuff. But we'll get her opinion. Matt, what do you think as far as like, coming off of last night? How are you feeling this morning or today?
I didn't get a chance to rewatch it, so that is kind of there. But holy cow, the magic though.
Yeah.
The magic in this episode, I'm so excited for what they do in the future with magic because oh my gosh, it's gonna be so cool. And classic Loki, whenever he built that, the whole thing. Oh my god, yes, I know. Oh my god, yeah. I can't really think of anything right now because I haven't rewatched it, but the magic definitely stuck out to me this episode. It was so cool.
Man, Anthony would have had a blast.
Oh my gosh,
last night.
My headphones would have been gone.
Or yeah, he will have a blast when he's able to watch episode 5. But man, that episode was like, hey Anthony, you want something? Here you go. Here's this episode. That was great. That was incredible. To the point about like seeing, you said about how Loki now has all these incredible powers. And Joni, you said last night that what's going to happen with, him possessing all those types of traits, all those types of powers, and then with the newfound mentality, newfound, person he's becoming, where does that put him in the pantheon of Marvel characters as far as power, right? So you combine what we saw with classic Loki, whatever that projection stuff was, he now has the enchanting trait ability. Kid Loki has given him if I can remember the name, Levitine. Levitine? Did I say it right?
Close enough.
Sure.
Levitine, the sword that Kid Loki had passed on over to our Loki. And then just, imagine, all the other things that he might have picked up from when there was that big old brawl. Who knows what's to come. But in the chat, what I want you guys to do really quick is type in what you guys think as far as Loki's newfound abilities and where you think he sits now among the Marvel characters, the Marvel Cinematic Universe characters, right? So not comic book, but just within the Marvel Cinematic Universe. How powerful is Loki now?
Top 3.
Okay. So here, Jonah, can you talk about that? Because that's a huge thing to say. Top 3.
I mean, who else is going to be up there besides Scarlet Witch and the Sorcerer Supreme?
Wow.
I don't see anyone else being that high.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's hard to even. We have so many characters that we haven't explored, and I'm not counting Captain Marvel in this because Captain Marvel is literally a cheat code. And
She's powerful, but not in the same way that the others are. I think.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what
Let
I
me
mean
ask
by
you
she's
this.
a cheat code.
A
She
quick
literally just walks in
interjection.
and it's dead.
Is magic so outside of Captain Marvel, right? I mean, the only people that can be really the most powerful are people that wield magic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that fair to say?
I would say yes and no. Hulk is definitely up there when he's
Yeah.
fully recovered.
Mhm.
I mean, you have so many characters that, like Captain Marvel, like lost to Thanos.
Yeah.
With the Power Stone, so like that's not necessarily magic, but there's definitely like a whole like argument that magic does not put you in the top 3, but what you can do with that magic is what makes him in the top 3 for me.
Yeah.
Thor is right behind him. An in shape Thor with his awakened, the Thor that we're gonna see in Love and Thunder. I think that Thor is gonna be on par with Loki that we're seeing right now, if not more powerful.
Yeah.
Really quick, you said buff Thor. Yeah, no, I was gonna pull up buff Thor just to reinforce your take. Oh, here you go. Here you go. This, are you talking about this buff Thor? Dude,
Yep.
He's back, yo. He's back.
Yep.
That's like
the one.
That's next level, like insane. I can't believe
That's
people
so
can get in
crazy.
shape like that. That's ridiculous. I will say though, top 3. I actually didn't even really like. I posed the question, but man, top 3 is up there, man. But going back to what I was saying, which is, well, it has to be the magic wielders. That's I guess the most powerful, and so that's the Scarlet Witch, that's the Sorcerer Supreme, and now Loki, with Thor right behind them. Is a fair thing to say. It's a fair thing to say. Let's hit the chat really quick. Mark Smith earlier said, "I'm underwhelmed with the action sequences, but there was great messages. Getting people to think a bit gets an A+. So I think the episode for an A+. And he's saying the episode is teaching us, and the series is teaching us, we need to love ourselves and be our own greatest fans. And that's something I second as far as believing in it, believing yourself, and I know doubt will always creep in, but at the end of the day, you have the ability to change that narrative and not go down that deep path. So, with a little bit of work and a little bit of time, it can happen. And let's see. And you're seeing it with Loki. Ben Tolson says good stuff. Ben Tolson also says he's going to see Black Widow on Friday. You know what? This is for the movie theaters and for all the movie goers. Okay, it's the right one. I think.
It was the harp.
No, stop playing with me. T-Duck says, I like how the cameo was the alligator. You know what? I'll take it. If that is the cameo, that's what I'll take.
Or frog.
I think it would be Throg.
We're
Frog
going to
was
talk
the
about
cameo.
that right after these comments. Collaborative Kiwis in the house. What's up, Collaborative? Great of you to stop by. Thank you so much. Ulysses says, we back, baby. And you know what? I see those things, and to me, when I see those emojis, that means let's see. And Mark Smith with the words of wisdom, which is, you're more powerful than you realize. That was for all of us. Yes, exactly. Ulysses Pena also saying, quoting a certain uncle out there, with great power comes great responsibility. I wonder who that is. Adrian. Shout out to Adrian. Hope we're gonna see Adrian, and I think we're gonna see Anthony. So next week we're gonna assemble the Castopians, the Filmtopians, the Stafftopians. It's gonna be fun. Also next week for the Filmtopia watch party for episode 6, everybody, we are going to be dressed up as a certain character within the MCU, within Marvel. and we're gonna come together on screen and we're gonna look awesome, kind of like how last night with my costume, but everybody now. And on top of that, if you guys are willing to also dress up, what I'm gonna do that finale is bring people one by one in, and you get to just show us your costume and chat for a little, and then we'll rotate, who's next, and just see Filmtopians out there, see your faces, and get to know you a little bit. So tell your friends, and also, since we're already on this topic, I know we've been doing a lot of giveaways. Well,
Oh God!
in case you were wondering,
no.
next week the giveaways don't stop. If anything, they go even higher. So next week's giveaways are going to be absolutely insane. Not going to reveal what it is yet, but just know that I've got you guys back, and I've got you guys, and it's going to be insane. So tell all your friends, share this channel. Speaking of tickers, let's see. When we hit 700 subscribers, we will do a giveaway. Let's see if we can get to 700 subscribers before next Loki.
I think Black Widow will do it.
I hope so, man. I hope so.
I think we might get 750 after Black Widow. That's just the way it's been trending.
Write that down and hold you to it.
Okay.
Everybody, Lizzie is our Filmtopia note taker. You can always count that there was that we will be transcribed. Ben Tolson asks, what other powers does Loki have that he's not aware of? So we talked about. Well, here's the thing, Jonah. Do you have any insight as to how he gains powers? Like, do you know what the process is?
It feels like a once you do it once kind of thing. You gain that power. Mm-hmm. And also, it feels like he has to trust himself to be able to use the power. He was doubting himself with enchantment. He was like, but I can't use it. And so he's like, yes, you can. We're one and the same.
Other thing... Oh.
No, go right ahead.
Can I add on real quick? We see him use some form of, not quite enchantment, but at least memory recovery with Valkyrie in Ragnarok. And this is after Loki's developed and learned more. So again, we have to keep remembering that he's still technically 2012 Avengers Loki. So we see him develop and kind of get that ability a little bit in Ragnarok, but now we're going back and just emphasizing that.
Yeah. So obviously, the Ragnarok Loki and the one that died at the hands of Thanos, what would we say? That took several years to happen, right?
Yeah.
So, and then now we're seeing Loki, and he's basically taking a master class on how to become who he ends up becoming towards the on the sacred timeline. So I guess my question is, was it just bad place, wrong time when he was in the sacred timeline? Because for him to develop everything, for him to character develop, and for him to explore his newfound abilities, his newfound love, his newfound friends, all these things so quickly, what would you guys say? This has been a span of what, a week, if that? All of this?
A week to 2 weeks, yeah.
Yeah, right? So that goes to show, I mean, that's a super meta concept.
I hate to say it.
Yes.
But trauma goes a long way in character development, and our boy's been through it in the past week.
And you know what? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, well, I mean, he gets arrested by the TVA. He sees his entire life literally play out before his eyes in, the span of a few minutes, maybe an hour. He finds out that there's a variant of him trying to mess up the timeline. He then teams up with this variant and develops a very strong relationship with her. And it's just been a whole snowball. Yeah, I see you, Matt. Your face. But it's just been one snowball after the other, and so he's had to very quickly adapt. And if we've learned anything about Loki in the past 10 years, it's that his entire character is about adaptation. He's always adapting. He's always coming up with a new plan. He always likes to think that he's 5 steps ahead of everybody else. So this just kind of drives home the whole he's changing and adapting and learning.
But this time very quickly.
Exactly. So one of the things though, on a more meta level, like on a grander concept of something like Mark Schmidt is saying, which what this series is trying to do, which is to show us, right? And this is why I love movies, right? Like everybody might think that movies are whatever. Like people, this is my reasoning as to why I think movies are important. Why the concept of the visual medium is so important is because it sometimes shows us what's possible when we don't realize it's possible, right? It's a beacon of hope at times. And for the most part, most movies may end on a cliffhanger and it's like kind of sad or mad or whatever. But that's what the sequel's for, is to redeem that and to become what they were always meant to become. And that's something that I'm really, really excited about. And again, this series is showing us that it took Loki several years since Avengers 1 all the way to when he got murdered in Infinity War. It took him all that time to really like kind of find himself and find love. Or know he's capable of that. And then now, in a span of like 1 to 2 weeks, he's done that. It's accelerated,
No.
and it's exactly. It's and like you said earlier, Liz, about trauma can accelerate stuff like that, or life events or life experiences can really accelerate that. And I'm actually one to be a testament to that, where I know I've gone through some stuff and it's matured me so much more quicker than if I was just watching TV every day or just going to work every day with no like real consequences. You know what I mean? And so I think that's a universal message. Mark Smith, like he said earlier, you're right on the dot with this show showing us that we're possible of greatness. And I'm actually really happy for Loki. I'm like, really, I sit here and I'm thinking about Loki and I'm like, it's a character, of course, but in reality, that's us. That's us on screen. And it just requires a little Photoshop, a little mental Photoshop.
Or Felipe.
Or Felipe, yes, it requires Felipe.
It requires a Felipe.
Love Felipe. Shout out to Brazil and all our Filmtopians out there. And by the way, speaking of Felipe, really quick, I want to show you guys an updated version. I think this one is this picture, but he went and added, because this one didn't have anything initially, but he added this, and that is
I love that.
so freaking cool.
That's great.
Hey, by the way, this is the only time Scarlett Johansson and Florence Pugh would look at me at the same time. So this is a historic moment. Let's enjoy it. So this might just be up the whole stream.
That's the stream. Just this picture.
That's all, folks. Ulysses hits us with the Goku levels over 9,000. Crash says, "How did Felipe put Hemsworth's head on my body?" Let's see. Sorry, man.
Felipe's a wizard.
I didn't know that. I'm so sorry about that. We'll get that fixed right away.
Yeah, we'll make sure people know.
Oh man, that's too funny. Human Ramp, by the way, I just want to send a huge shout out to Human Ramp. I know last night, if you watched until the very, very end, which I'm very grateful for, but if you guys watched till the very, very end, I was struggling. I was on the struggle bus. I bought a ticket.
We're all struggling.
Yeah, we bought tickets to the struggle bus. And
I didn't buy any tickets. You dragged me on. Excuse me.
I bought a group tickets. And so last night, we ended the stream very, very where I couldn't talk, I couldn't think. But right now, since I'm a lot better, I'm not saying I'm 100%. You'll still see some things go wrong. But I will say, Human Ramp, thank you so much for what you do. Shout out to you. I know during our reactions and when we're watching it, you help us out and let the audience know what's going on and why we're really not interacting. We're watching the thing. So shout out to you, Human Ramp. Everybody make sure to check out Human Ramp over on Twitch. He's got his own gaming channel and it's a boatload of fun. So Twitch, I believe it's twitch.tv/Human Ramp. If not, just look up Human Ramp and Twitch in the same on Google and you will most likely find them. As a matter of fact, I might link them in the coming future. So yes, let's see. Let's let's see. Oh, Justin says, who won the last 2 giveaways? So last night we had giveaways, and it was a vote for Loki comic, and it was a Shang-Chi Funko Pop, and that went to I'm trying to remember the names, but I know exactly who it was. I'm already in contact with them, but it was sorry guys. Sorry.
Hi, welcome to Listen Topia. We're here today
Jimmy
with
Lopez.
Ricky.
Jimmy Lopez was one of them, and then secondly, it was sorry. What you said something about Listopia? Say it again.
I said, hi, welcome to Liz and Madtopia. We're here with Ricky, who can't figure something out.
Yeah.
Updates to come.
Oh, it's over on Discord. That's where they messaged me.
Oh my gosh.
La 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 la. All right, I know who the other one is. I'm in contact, but sorry. I just want to let you know, Justin Izquierdo, it wasn't you yet, but hopefully when we hit 700 subscribers. Also, we will be doing giveaways during the Black Widow watch party, so there's a chance there. And we're going to try to do them like a lot more faster. I know last time we had a little bit of a hiccup in terms of how fast we could do it, but it's okay. We're learning as we go.
We're getting there.
Ulysses says Filmtopia is the new Oprah show. When you get a prize, you get a prize, you get a prize. Mad Cakes gets a prize. Oh, man. And Ulysses makes a great point, though. What is time in the TVA? Denox Cryons, we are in phase 4. Wait, did I say that right? I want to make sure I get that right. Yes, we are phase 4 of all of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So imagine, guys, imagine phase 5. It's going to be insane. Felipe says, I think whoever is behind it all needs the TVA and the timeline so that he can originate himself because he is stuck in a loop. So one thing about that whole thing, right, is that this is called the Void. And the theory is, according to Sylvie, or what she thinks, what she's trying to figure out and what she's trying to find out is how you can get past the end of time, right? How you can get past, because the void is supposed to be where everything culminates, where everything kind of ends. And that's hard to put in words, right? Because it's not necessarily that it ends. It's like the tip of a running line. So pretend an animated line is just going and going and going. The void is the very, very tip, right? I just want maybe a little bit of confirmation on that, or a little bit of support on that, or a little bit of non-support. Is that fair to say? That the void is something like where if there was an animated line and it's just moving and moving and moving, the void is supposed to be the very tip of that.
Yeah, the void is like the end of time. Yeah, pretty much.
Yes. So the end of time. But Sylvie and Loki are trying to figure out what the heck is beyond that. Because if you go beyond that part, their theory...
It makes my brain hurt.
It does make... It's making my brain hurt right now, right? But it makes it for the theory that whoever this big bad, whoever is in charge of the TVA, whoever has set all these parameters in life is beyond that. And I think what we saw was, or what we got from everything, is that Alioth was the gatekeeper to that, or the guard dog, or the shark, right? That was covering up the hole or covering up the door that you would use to enter into whatever's past the point of no return, the void. Alioth was a very interesting concept.
Angry Cloud.
I know that Mad Cake had something on that, on what like Alioth was, where it maybe kind of like originates from, and what it can kind of imply, right? Jonah, let me know when you're good. And okay, yeah, let me know when you're good. But in the meantime, speaking on Alioth, right? Alioth, for those of you wondering, Alioth is that cloud-like guard dog that they ended up enchanting throughout, or at the end of the episode, and then the clouds dispersed and it's split into 2, and you see what the episode culminated to, which was this castle that we still don't know what it is, but there's a lot of theories out there, and we'll talk a little bit about them. But Mad Cake, if you're ready, let's hear what you found on Alioth and on the cloud like presence.
So basically, life, it's in the temporal limbo. In the comics, that's where it's at. And I didn't really go much into Alioth, other than I remember there was something about Kang and Alioth like had like a conflict basically, and Kang like created a barrier to keep like Alioth from his empire, and Ravonna in the comics, I guess, she basically let it out, and it was guarding like this area or whatever. That's all I read on that part. I was looking more into like the limbo part, but which could be what we see whenever it
But
opens.
it's funny though, right? Within your explanation, you mentioned Kang, right? You mentioned
Yes.
Kang, and that is like, that is where like we keep coming back to Kang. You know, I will say this. One little difference between
Oh no, go ahead.
I was just gonna say one little difference between WandaVision and this is there's way more evidence and way more like what would you call it, like it's like a little safer to continue making these claims and these speculations about Kang, because dude, that is just ridiculous.
They just are like
how
throwing
much
it in our face.
Exactly how much
Like,
Easter eggs and how much they're throwing it in our faces about Kang. So
exactly.
I'm at the point where Marvel, please don't do this to us. You know what I'm hoping
like,
for?
What?
Go ahead, man. No, please.
Oh no, I was just gonna say I feel like it's obviously going to be Kang. I mean, this is only what I think. Obviously, it could be totally wrong, but like I feel like it's going to be Kang, but we're not gonna see Kang in Loki because they want his first appearance to be in Ant-Man because he's already been confirmed. I mean, they could show him, you know, I'm not for sure. Like I said, it's all up in the air, but like I feel like kind of like what they did with Thanos, dropping like Thanos's name and stuff like that, and then we didn't get to see him until like years later. I think that's what they're gonna try and do with Kang, unless Kang is actually working with someone else that is gonna be the big bad of
the bigger bad, right?
The future to come.
I feel like what we're probably gonna get is King Loki, like in the palace or whatever, and then he's working for Kang. As much as I want Kang.
I know Jonah has something to say about this.
Yeah.
Jonah, what are you thinking?
I'm agreeing with what everyone's saying. We're gonna get a name drop. It's gonna be like a King Loki. Like, we're gonna get King Loki, and then our Loki and Sylvie are gonna defeat King Loki, and then he's gonna like act all like, but I'm not even the mastermind behind all of this, and then they're gonna demand to know the name of the person behind it. And there we go. There's the name drop.
Yep.
Here, hold on really quick. So
kind of like the Ahsoka Tano scene. Like, where's Grand Admiral Thrawn? Like, getting that name drop.
Yeah, that.
Dude, so
I freaked out.
I know. Oh my gosh. Okay, on that point, right? This is where we're going to be able to converge Star Wars and Marvel. So this is actually something when Mad Cake was talking, I thought of this. And now that you brought up Great Admiral Thrawn, what I was thinking is what am I thinking? Oh, I had it. I blanked, man. I had a brain fart. It had to do with
Welcome to Filmtopia.
Where brain farts happen every day.
Struggle bus.
Okay, we're talking about the big bad, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I got it. I pulled the Joe button right now where I lose my train of thought. So Oh my god, I almost went away. Oh, okay. Do you guys remember? And spoilers, if you haven't seen Mandalorian season 2, I'm going to talk about it right now. So throughout that series, you're getting hints and inevitability, like facts and mentions and just like from a story perspective, how could you go any other way? They kept mentioning they have to reunite Grogu with the Jedi, right? So I know for me, and I think the internet as well, kept thinking, well, it has to be Luke Skywalker. It has to be Luke Skywalker, especially after Ahsoka Tano said, take him to that rock, right? To Tython. Take him there and set him on the rock and let him call out. So he did that, right? And then that's the Boba Fett episode where we first saw Boba Fett again. That was so sick. But I will say, when that happened, at that point, I mean, from a storytelling perspective, if any other Jedi would have shown up, I personally think it would have been bad storytelling. I think it would have been bad writing. So
I personally, for like a split second, was like, Ezra?
I could see, like, that was like, if there was going to be anyone else, of course, if it was
going to be anybody other than Luke, Ezra Bridger.
But going on to that point of bad storytelling or bad writing would be, okay, Luke Skywalker is the most powerful Jedi ever. He's entering his prime of his abilities. He's searching for other Force user wielders. So why, if someone's calling out the way Grogu did in that fashion, why would Luke not hear that? But, you walk away from that episode and that was like the third to last episode. And you're just thinking, no, dude, there's no way. Like, I want it. Like, it's everything I've ever wanted. But are they really going to bring back Luke? Like, it makes the most sense to do it. But, man, there's no way they're going to do it. Like,
and that's why I kept saying Ezra.
Exactly. So we're conflicted, right? So I brought all of that up to say, maybe we might get that treatment, right? We might get that surprise where this whole time we've been saying Kang, this whole time we keep referring to Kang, and right now we're at a point where we're like, man, maybe we should lighten up off of that because,
I'm going down with the ship.
Yeah. But like that little Ezra thing enters our mind and we're already saying, okay, it's probably going to be King Loki and he's going to end up working for whoever. It's going to be, whoever it is, but it's probably not going to be Kang. We're not going to see Kang until Ant-Man and the Wasp or Quantumania. But anyways, I said that to say, I'm hoping for a huge, nice little
slap in the face of Kang.
Yes. I'm hoping the way we got what we wanted, which is Luke Skywalker, we're gonna get what we want with Kang the Conqueror. That's my hope. And that's what I wanted to say about that. So after my Joe Budden moment, that's what I wanted to say. But yeah. So really quick, let's see what the comments been saying. Okay, Ben Tolson says, strange detail, but when they're trying to enchant Eliath, Loki and Sylvie go from regular hand-holding to interlocked hand-holding. Plays into the idea of being vulnerable, loving, and trusting thyself. Wow, that's a really good one. I like that one.
On stage.
Man, I cannot wait till New Rockstars and Eric Voss. Oh my gosh.
I know on stage and theater, a lot of directors are always... or my directors were always very picky about how you held somebody else's hand, depending on what your relationship was with them. So the closer you were, the more interlocked your fingers would be. And it's just really interesting to think about. Like, it's an actual choice. It was a direction.
Intentionality is absolutely everything when it comes to filmmaking, theater, any sort of that visual medium. For a good filmmaker or a good storyteller will always intentionally do stuff. So, for example, let's just say this was a set right now or this was a movie. This water bottle here is for a reason. Grogu looking that way because he's ashamed that I haven't watched Bad Batch yet is for a reason. Loki horns on top of the Tesseract would be for a reason. So totally on that. Love to hear that. Reddick's in the house. Reddick, shout out to you, my man. By the way, Reddick, I know we'll probably talk about this in the Stafftopian chat, but this is so I don't forget. We need you. I need your channel URL. And it is because I didn't know you were not a mod. I could have sworn you were a mod, but Reddick, we need to make you a mod ASAP. Thank you, Reddick, for the specs comment. Ulysses poses a question which says, does Loki meeting different Lokis allow him to love himself faster because they are all Loki but different? So I think another way to phrase that question is, does Loki meeting all of the other Lokis, seeing what he can become, all the things he should avoid, all his faults, all his positives, when you're able to look at that from afar, from an objective perspective, it allows you to maybe process it and either succumb to them or improve them. So I think so. I think that's a huge thing. Let's see. Chito Chan is in the house. Loved last night's episode. We all did. Reddick says, I think it's awesome, to Ulysses. But yes, shout out to everybody that is here right now. Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up. It helps the video get out. One day, Filmtopia Lives will have so many people in it. It's going to be crazy. Until now, I'm so glad with this intimate setting. I get to talk to everybody. This is awesome. Let's see. And Alex Shorten, yes, this was actually, if they went doubly, right? Well, it's not even, it was really that part. The man behind the curtain is similar to the Wizard of Oz. That was for sure a huge reference, a huge like one-to-one reference we saw in episode 4 when the timekeepers were revealed to be just animatronics. Oh man, I get the chills thinking about that. That was so cool. And our man right there, Jonah, was on it from the beginning. Ben Tolson says, one of the biggest questions I have that I hope they answer in the final episode is, what the heck is up with Miss Minutes? Yes. And I know when Lizzie comes back, she's going to want to talk about this, but Miss Minutes, guys, going back to the intentionality and direction, look at the way she looks throughout this episode. She looks worried. She looks guilty. She looks like she knows stuff not even Ravonna knows. And actually Ravonna might be the next thing we talk about, because I have a few questions, man. I have a few questions. Let's see really quick. Yeah, I think I see Disney. I don't see this. Oh, there it is. Disney Blog says, I was totally surprised that it was Luke, but I guess I am a more casual fan. Yeah, so even as a casual fan, though, if you would have seen anybody else, it still would have maybe not have been as impactful, or it wouldn't have made as much sense. I think the Luke thing makes sense even to more casual fans. So shout out to you, Disney Blog. Again, anybody that is interested in anything to do with a Disney World or a Disneyland trip, if you were heading out there, I recommend checking out this channel before you do that. He'll get you set with that. But really quick. Really quick. I see Mikael is in here. Shout out to you. Nice to see you in here. Thank you for being here. He also has a channel. Guys, I don't know if you guys know this, but I love shouting out fellow Filmtopians and fellow content creators, because I love what they're doing. And at the end of the day, I don't see competition. I only see inspiration. And channels like Mikael's is awesome. Go check it out if you're a content creator, if you are interested in making like a course, if you're interested in stuff like that, that's your guy. But anyways, let's talk about really quick Ravonna. And I think Lizzie, I'm gonna bring you on, but I need you to spin again. do the spin. Yeah, okay. That's how you enter. But Ravonna, right? Ravonna in this episode revealed a lot in terms of, or I'm sorry, no, let me backtrack. Ravonna left me with more questions than answers again.
Yeah, what's going on with her?
She is, I'm talking literally from scene to scene, from frame to frame. I'm thinking one thing and then I'm thinking another. And then I jump back to the same thing. I'm like, okay, yes, no. Is she good? Is she bad? When she captured Sylvie, right? Or no, when she convinced
temple.
Sylvie to hear her out, and she took her over to like the judge layer den, and she said, "Hey, we're gonna do this, this, and this." As an audience member, I'm like,
I
okay,
said not to trust her.
you said not to trust her, but I was like, no, let's trust her. Let's see what's going down. And lo and behold, that was obviously the wrong decision. She set her up. She hit the invisible alarm, the silent alarm, and lo and behold, Sylvie was trapped, and that's why she got rid of herself. What is it called when you get rid of yourself? Self-pruned. She's self-pruned. But I wanted to hear what you guys have to say about where you stand with Ravonna. At this point, she is another Kang the Conqueror Easter egg. She is another connection to that. So again, just like Luke Skywalker, I'm hoping Kang is confirmed and shown and all that good stuff. But I want to hear what you guys think about Ravonna's play and all this, especially after the last scene we saw her in, which was talking to Miss Minutes and saying, "Hey, I need info on everything. Like, get me everything." Why would you need info on everything if you're in on it? Which which I was led to believe after she bamboozled. She bamboozled.
You good?
You good, bro? Hold on.
I think that she is in on it to an extent. I think her memory has been wiped so that she can just run the TVA and not have to deal with whatever trauma or whatever she was going through. Because at the end of the day, I think that this Ravonna that we see, is a variant of the real Ravonna. That's why she was a hunter. That's why she had A23 as her number. I think that this Ravonna that we're seeing is a variant, and that's why she doesn't know everything that's going on. But parts of herself are being leaked back in as the series is going on, and she's becoming more and more back to what her regular self is supposed to be, and not her variant. Yeah. And so she's saying that she doesn't know who's behind it, but I think that Miss Minutes is her connection to Kang, and that's how she's able to start learning what's going on again with her and grow on the ideas of, okay, so this is really my thing. Like, this is my job. Like, I was assigned to do this, and this is what I will do.
Mad Cake and Jonah, as our resident comic book and tuned panel members, let me ask you this: how close is Ravonna and Kang in the comics? Do you know by any chance? Like, are they like in love? Is one taking advantage of the other? Are they in cahoots? Like, where are they? Where do they stand? Because from my perspective, right, what I'm gauging is Ravonna is being used as a pawn, but she's a loved pawn, if that makes sense. She's like a sacrificed ends justify, or there's a greater mean. So Kang, in a way, if Kang is, who we think is going to end up, Kang is just using her, but it doesn't negate that he loves her or has a relationship with her. He just is using her in this instance or in this, particular role.
Ravonna has always lusted over Kang more than Kang has lusted over Ravonna, to my knowledge.
Okay. Yeah, and that's why I asked, because that's what it seems like. It seems like one loves the other one a bit more. Right now, Ravonna, I don't even think maybe even knows who Kang is, depending on the level or on the level of wipe she's had in her, or brainwash she's had in her head. Or there may be something, slipped in there like, hey, Kang is the one I work for, the one I do everything for. So, but she's now, now that, maybe the matrix is being broken, she is trying to figure out, okay, what's the real deal here? Like, everybody's telling me different things. Mad Cake, were you going to say anything?
I don't know too much about it, but I feel like I've heard more that Kang was like in love with her though. But I mean, like I said, I don't know. I've only heard the stories of Kang being in love with her, though. I haven't seen anything of her. To my knowledge, I haven't. But I mean, I haven't looked into it, so don't.
I will say this.
As a person who doesn't. Oh.
I was just gonna say, in just keeping in line with how this is supposed to relate to the outside world. Well, I'll tell you this: relationships are like that all the time.
I feel
one
like
may
it's just
love
back and forth, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. One may love one more than the other. One may be mad at the other one. One may not. Shout out to my future wife and girlfriend, wherever you are. I'll try my best to keep it 100. But Lizzie, what were you gonna say?
We'll keep you on track. Don't worry. As a person who does not know much at all about the comic Kang and Ravonna, it sounds like kind of one of those relationships where we're both using each other, and we both know that we're using each other, and we tolerate each other enough to understand this, and we're good, we got it, right? But there's still affection there.
Yeah.
In that sense.
Let me ask you this. What are we of the mindset of? Is right now, currently, finishing episode 5, does Ravonna know about Kang, or is she wiped past that?
I don't think she knows. I think subconsciously she knows about him, but I don't think that she actively is Kang is the leader.
She needs to be enchanted to remember it.
Oh, that's
oh
my god, there. That's how we're gonna see it.
She doesn't. Yeah.
I think it's there, but she doesn't actively remember it.
I think that's how we're gonna see Kang. I think we're gonna see Ravonna get enchanted. Oh my god, there it is. And then that's gonna satisfy both things. So it is gonna probably be so in the castle, in the tower, it's probably gonna be something like King Loki, but we still need to figure out the whole mess because Mobius went back to the TVA, so he said he's gonna burn it to the ground. We're gonna find out more about Miss Minutes. We're gonna find out more about Ravonna, but within Ravonna's finding out what she is, I think that's where we're gonna see Kang. We're gonna see a flashback to her and Kang together. Whoa, I don't know. That's where I'm at. In the chat we got Anthony, baby. Let's go, our fellow Filmtopian castmate. What's good, my man?
Hi, friend.
Great to see you in here. But I love how it says "Let's go," but in my head I heard "Let's go," and then everybody's earphones just go
racing.
Chito Chan says, I got Legend of Zelda references throughout the episode. I'm not too big of I don't know too much about Legend of Zelda, but I do know Legend of Zelda, so I can totally see what you mean in terms of references with swords, with what are they called, that time period. I do get little hints of it, so totally get you. Felipe believes that Kang is only an Ant-Man. Sad but true. Like I said, that's actually something I'm prepping for. I am just next week prepping for that to be the case. 2023 is when Jonah will get his favorite villain of all time. Billy says he needs a new Rockstar's breakdown.
I think we all do.
Yeah, we all do. We definitely do. Anthony says, yes, just finished. ... My feelings are strange about this episode. Now, I don't know if he said strange. Doctor Strange. But hence the magic. But yeah, I'll tell you this. No matter what, Anthony, I will say this. This is the best thing that came out of the episode, and let me show you. All right there. Thanks to our man Felipe. That is so going on to the comments.
I'm gonna go right here.
Disney Blog says, wait, will I be shamed if I don't watch Bad Batch? Hey, I'll tell you this.
We're only shaming Ricky because it's Ricky.
But he says, I am married and I am stuck in the middle of Downton Abbey. By the way, for anybody out there, Downton Abbey is lit. I love Downton Abbey. The movie was actually really, really good. I haven't seen all the seasons, but I've seen sporadic episodes here and there because of my mom. but I will say I love it and everybody that's in it. And it's funny. It's crazy to think that you can sit down and watch that, but in a world of so many like hype things such as the MCU and all the crazy visual effects stuff that we see nowadays. So, let's see the chat.
Oh yeah, Rick, I want to go back and say that initially Ravonna hates Kang and Kang wants her hand in marriage. That's the initial story.
Okay.
Is that she's part of like a rebellion against him, and then after that, it kind of flip flops once they get married. To being Ravonna realizes that she loves him more than he loves her, because he just wants to conquer everything.
I was thinking like that's a married couple right there. Oh man,
That's what I have heard. That she hated him or whatever at first, and he was in love with her. But I didn't hear this.
Do we know why she hated him?
Because she was part of a rebellion against Kang trying to conquer her father's kingdom.
Let's see.
In the 40th century.
40th century. Phoenix Minichain says after they defeat the villain, Loki will go to a timeline where he rules Asgard, and I know because in the trailer he's in Asgard and on the throne. Now, now that we're so far into Loki, I'm starting to forget the early trailers.
Yeah.
I know during like the episodes, I'll be like, oh wait, I've seen that before. But me, off the top of my head right now, thinking of the early ones, I can't even remember them really. But and then all the new ones that come out, I kind of play those by ear.
I don't watch them.
Yeah, I try to stay away from them just because I like being surprised with absolutely everything. But one good thing that came out of watching yesterday's, which again, it only showed one scene that was completely new, and that was this right here. And as soon as I saw that, I'm like, dude, Felipe, this is the project we got to work on before the stream. He turned this around and it was amazing. Let's see. How do I do this? Okay. Isn't it funny when I do like some technical difficulty type things, or when I'm messing with the screen, I turn into like I have a British accent or an Australian accent. I'm like, all right, let me see what's going on here.
Oh dear.
Okay. Let's
I'll
see.
break out the accents one day.
Reddick says, you mean don't get married, Rick? I just want to put this out there. I am not saying that, but I am saying marriage requires two. And it requires a lot of work. So as of right now,
relationship advice with Filmtopia.
Don't do it.
Tune in to After Hours to Lovetopia.
Robert, to your point, asking about if anyone stopped and saw what Sylvie saw. Yeah, we did that last night. It was the meteorite that's in the initial trailer, and then it zooms in to that meteorite, and we see the castle that we will be visiting in the next episode.
Yeah. So essentially, just to reemphasize what Jonas said, the castle we saw at the very end ended up being the thing that we saw during that little cool, really awesome sequence of Sylvie touching Eliath. But also on top of that, there was an asteroid that we were made privy to in the trailer, initial trailer, which was an awesome trailer, by the way. But that first one, and we see this floating rock in space, and it's the same thing. That castle is on that asteroid or that rock. And then going back to Easter eggs and spoilers, like the top of that castle, there's like this tower. And at the very top, it's very distinguished in the sense that it has the same color that all these help me out here. What's the thing they use? The pruners? Yeah, the prune sticks, right? So the prune sticks at the very tip, right? They have like this orange flare, this orange thing. Well, if you go back and you look at the picture, which is the castle we see at the end, that same castle has that same sort of orange prune at the very, very top.
Like a lighthouse, kind of.
It's like a lighthouse type of deal. But I know in the sequence in which Sylvie experiences that, and I'll bring it up in a bit, but when she experiences it, there was a huge emphasis when you're going frame by frame and you're heading up to that castle. And so obviously what's going to take place in this finale is in that castle. So while I pull this up, let's see. While I pull this up, yeah, if you guys can just really quick talk about maybe your predictions of what's in that castle, of what's, I know we've said this, before, but let's just like, what is it that we're gonna see in that castle?
Fight scenes.
Okay, but
Chaos.
Yeah.
My favorite.
Mad Cake.
Yeah, I don't remember, but do y'all remember in the trailers or whatever, did the asteroid destroy something in the trailer, or was it just the asteroid?
It was just
You know what I was thinking?
in space.
Because I can't remember, but I remember seeing the asteroid in the trailer, but I could have sworn it had something to do with like a strike or whatever. Did it not? Am I thinking the wrong thing?
I don't remember.
Well, I know Jonah last
I'm
night you
trying
said
to find
something.
it because I'm like,
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. One possibility, right? One possibility, because I do remember there was an asteroid that crashed into the planet, right? Like into a planet. Is that what it was? If I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken?
it was on.
I think it was on Lamentus.
Yeah, it was on Lamentus. That.
okay.
And so
Words.
the other asteroid, right, that we've seen in trailers was it was like a rock, a floating rock.
Mhm.
Just floating.
But we didn't get to see any sort of castle on it. And to be honest, now that I'm thinking about it, I think it was just an edit. Like, so they blurred out, like they didn't put the castle on top. They do this sometimes in trailers until it's actually revealed. They'll go and put it back or whatever. But
They did it a lot for Infinity War and Endgame.
yeah, dude, they got us with those. But here, how about this? To kind of further explain what we're talking about, here we go. As you can see on screen, we have Sylvie when she's about to enchant, or like, kind of try to, when Eliath touches or forms around her for the first time. We're gonna go frame by frame, and let's see what you guys see. Okay, so this is her, and she's about to like make contact with it. And okay, going frame by frame. This is her temporary enchantment because she didn't go all the way through. Okay, we're going through some green smoke. Okay, there's that rock. There's the rock that you see floating in space, and this is where the castle was at the very end of the episode. Okay, you're getting closer, and then on the outside, that looks like, I don't know, we said this earlier, but that looks like some Quantum Mania stuff. But yeah, we're getting closer, and this is going super fast, so I'm trying to do my best. Okay, yeah, it's going really fast. As you can see, we're getting closer and closer to it. Okay, there you go. This is what we see at the very end, and I want you guys to really quick check out the tower. The tower looks like a pruning stick. The tower looks like a pruning stick, and because of that, what's that, Mad?
I think I remember. Didn't we look at a picture last night where the asteroid was in that little like belt?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah,
right.
Yeah.
There you go.
So I was thinking,
yes.
Instead of, so when they get to the castle, I think that it's gonna get destroyed maybe, and we're not gonna see who's inside of it.
Oh God. Oh God.
That's what I was saying.
No.
I had to check and see, because I remember seeing something with like an asteroid like destroying it or whatever, but not the castle, like just coming into the.
Well, so in the trailer, in the first trailer, I think that you're thinking about. I'm sending the screenshots to the Discord. It goes from the asteroid, panning to the asteroid, and then back to the GDA, and then to our time on Lamentus when the asteroid is going down and exploding. So that might be it.
It was like a picture. We saw it last night. It was like a picture, and it was like that same belt that it looks like in that, like that white line in the back.
Mm-hmm.
Ricky, I sent screenshots.
It's like an event horizon, huh?
We looked at it.
Dude,
it's actually in the trailer. It shows up as a ring around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Oh, I mean shiitake.
I wish I could.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry guys, I was putting something in the
Rick!
Discord. Hey, I get we all get one.
Language.
We all get one. I will say I don't know about you guys, right? And Reddick, I just want to let you know, check the Discord, the staff chat. That's how you can get on. But let me know, or what I wanted to say is, you know how I'm always talking about references and I'm always talking about this? I got so many vibes from Interstellar, even the mere concept of being on the edge of time, being on the very pinpoint. And then you look out into the yonder and there's an event horizon, at least what looks like an event horizon. I think that's the best way to maybe like start referring to it as. Just like so many concepts going in. And then one other reference that I get from just watching this is this to me looks like the Goblet of Fire when the Nagiri is attacking that old man. This looks like that that place,
when
right?
Tahini in the fourth.
No, it was okay. Yeah, I don't remember which one it was, but you guys know which one I'm talking about, right? When she attacks the old man. Oh, it's the chamber. It's the Goblet of Fire, because remember the old man comes out when Harry Potter and Voldemort like make contact with the wand. So it's Robert Pattinson, the old man, Goblet and his parents. Yep. So yeah, that's really cool. I love this shot. We'll go on a little bit more. Anthony says, "Curse jar, curse jar."
Yeah, Ricky.
I'm gonna have to self-donate.
Anyway, I sent screenshots to the Discord, by the way,
awesome,
the staff chat.
Awesome. But in the meantime, while I go get those screenshots, oh yeah, I know. Here you go. Thank you for that. In the meantime, though, I do want to, while we do that, I do want to bring on one more Stafftopian, and his name is Mr. Retic. How are you, buddy? Good to see you, man.
Oh, it's great to be back finally.
It is, man. How'd everything go yesterday?
Oh, it was terrible.
Yeah, dude, I was gonna say,
man.
Like,
I saw the episode pretty late, but I have to say that it was a really, really good episode. And Lizzie, fantastic screenshots, man.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm gonna
put her in the middle. Put her in the middle.
Yeah, Rick.
You had to
Thank
say
you, Reddick.
You had to say it. You know what? Just because of that, here we go.
Okay, well, put Madison back in the middle if you're gonna be like that.
No, I want to be down here with my man Reddick. Haven't seen him in a while. So, but Reddick, great to see you. Wait, which way is it? Here, I'm gonna shake your hand. The only time in COVID times we can really shake hands. So here we go. There we go.
I have more screenshots
Great to
coming.
see you. Really quick, I do want to show the chat with a screenshot that we're talking about. So this was in the first trailer of all the Loki promo. And we didn't know at the time, right, what this meant. I keep referring to that now as an event horizon, kind of similar to what we saw in Interstellar. And by the way, guys,
exactly what I was talking about, but I didn't know if it was crashing into it or not.
So one of the things the chat did mention that I can't find right now, but I know they mentioned something about what was that asteroid that we saw, right? There wasn't like there was some sort of piece of rock or a Silver Surfer or something out there in the yonder when you're looking at the castle, and I'll bring it up in a bit. But let's finish looking at this sequence.
Are you talking about the end?
Yeah, the very end.
That's a spaceship.
Okay,
it's a spaceship.
So you're on the spaceship train. We'll go to it right now. I want to show. So really quick, we're gonna finish the sequence. This is mid-sequence, and it's gonna pull up really quick to the door. Watch. Oh, snaps! Yeah. So it's pulling up to the door. That kind of looks like Mordor. That door looks scary. That's like the vibes I think we're gonna get from Doctor Strange: The Multiverse of Madness.
It's the same tactile pattern as the TVA.
TVA, yep. Okay, it's going up the tower. It went from the door. Now it's rising up the tower. And I love the scenery, man. This looks amazing. But here we go. Look at that. Oh, that looks kind of sweet. So going back to the pruning sticks, This has the same sort of color scheme. It even looks like its own pruning tower. And then, but look where this whole thing ends up. This thing ends up going into there. Oh wow! Is there anything in there? Okay, I don't know, but
so can we assume that it's kind of a premonition for what's about to happen?
Yeah. So this is for sure. This is if you want to call it a premonition, if you want to call it like a whatever you want to call it, it was definitely something. It was a foreshadowing of what's to come. And then to that point, all that
More
what we just saw.
screenshots.
Yeah, all that what we just saw. Oh, you put more?
I put more.
Okay. So in the meantime, oh, I see. Wow. Okay. Here we go. Oh, by the way, Reddick, did you see last night? We went to Twitter after the when we were in the post discussion, and there was this one picture, this prime picture of Mobius holding onto the steering wheel, and he was like laughing really hard. It was so funny. It was so funny.
That's my favorite.
And by the way, shout out to Felipe for doing a fabulous job.
Oh, dude, I need to see. I need to hear your thoughts, my man. I need to hear your thoughts on this goodness right here.
Look at it. It's beautiful.
What'd you think when you saw it, Reddick?
What's wrong with my face?
Oh my god.
You mean what's right with your face, man?
You are a Loki variant.
Point.
You know what's funny?
No, it's beautiful. It's beautiful in my opinion.
I will say, so I got it from your Instagram, I think. Because like I said, it was kind of like a surprise, so I couldn't really ask. And then I just went through all your guys' socials or wherever I could find. Some of them are actually from streams, and we put it together.
I know where you got this pic from. Damn, I should have posted a better pic.
It's all good, my man.
You need
it's all
to start
good.
posting.
Let's go back to seeing stuff from the episode, and that is right here. So Lizzie,
this is trailer footage, by the way.
Yeah, this is trailer
footage. So these are things we still have not seen in the episode. So this is obviously in episode 6. Just don't know how it ties into each other.
Episode 7.
Going back to the TVA is inevitable, in my opinion. After this shot right here, it is very what do you call it? It's very very telling that he's alone in this picture. I'm actually kind of worried, but
I mean, whoever was with him could have already gone through.
But we also, oh yeah, that's true, because it's the first trailer they couldn't have shown Sylvie. Oh well, but they did when they tried to trick us. It was Natasha, or at least me. But I will say though, him going through this, let's just say he really is alone. Let's say Sylvie stayed here or something happened to her, or she's captured or whatever the case is. Him going through this means he's taking with him his newfound ability of enchanting. And because he's taking the ability of enchanting, going back to that point I made earlier about Ravonna showing us Kang via her flashbacks, via her wherever Loki decides to take her. You know what I'm saying? So whether it's Sylvie or whether it's Loki, I do continue my prediction now of Ravonna revealing Kang.
But you have to remember, magic doesn't work in the TVA.
Oh,
so it would have to be somewhere else. Either Ravonna would have to come and meet them at the castle wherever Kang is, or whatever is going on in I'm just going to call it Limbo.
Or Mobius.
Or they're going to have to go outside of the TVA, or just have another big showdown inside the TVA, which they've already done, so I don't think they're going to do that again.
Okay, I really have to put in this because I was regularly messaging on the chat board, and I really think that Ravonna is going to be the big villain. Like we have Agatha in WandaVision, because it kind of makes sense. Like how to put this in perspective? Like Ravonna and Kang have a relationship similar to Harley Quinn and Joker.
Oh my god, that is Yes, that's it right there.
Yeah, sure. So he continuously takes advantage of the lust she has on him, and probably, yeah. I mean, the way I think Joan had predicted that, I think 2 or 3 episodes ago, that probably we're gonna see him through an enchantment. But the point is that she has to be thrown out. That is basically how they're gonna defeat Ravonna in the final moments. They're probably gonna get her out of the TVA. One more thing that I think I got from Holden Hardman's video while he was watching, I think, Ant-Man and the Wasp. He pointed out that there was a city which actually looked very similar to the TVA in Ant-Man and the Wasp while Hank Pym was traveling to the quantum realm. And he actually pointed that out as well. I mean, I just saw it 2-3 days back, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Are you serious?" I paused it, I zoomed on it, and I checked it.
No, and now something I said last night, which was I think we're on the. I mean, if that theory is right? If that theory is correct, well, it would make sense because now we're on the. I think like the inside. You know what I mean? Like the inside looking out per se. That would be pretty incredible if they tied all. Oh, but and that actually makes sense as to
We are
how this
basically in the
connects.
maze. We're basically in a maze, but we're stuck inside, not outside.
I did want to also show the people out there, our audience, and you guys something Ben Tolson. Shout out to you, Ben. Thank you for that. Glad I got to see your comment and your Twitter DM. So you sent me something which is this is going to be them entering into the castle, and this is a screenshot of I believe it must have been from one of the trailers. But
yeah, I
let
said
me
that
ask
one too.
do those claws marks?
They look more like gold.
Yeah, so like revealing. Wait. Hold on.
Is
Is that gold splatter?
Is it a
that
portal?
I
gold
think
underneath?
it's gold. It's gold veining. It could
Okay.
be like repairing something that's broken, kind of like they did with Kylo Ren's helmet in
Yeah.
Skywalker. I think that's kind of
Maybe-
more what it is. It might be repairing something. It might just be for the aesthetic of it all, because we know Marvel villains love their aesthetics. Yeah, so I think it's more that versus claw marks, because you can see it's just kind of like painted on top almost. There's no like grooves.
Oh man, that's interesting. That's interesting because, like, again, going back to,
It's
I
really
understand
pretty.
that whole place is a mess, right? Like the whole void is a mess, but you know the color scheme.
It looks intentional.
It looks, yeah, it does look like something might have happened or something. So thank you, Ben, for that. Man, now I got something to mull over.
Castle is inside the asteroid.
No, it's on it.
It's on
It's
it.
on
I
it?
think.
Hang on.
Well, because they
What if-
zoomed into the asteroid and then all the like rock and stuff.
Oh,
was, like,
she's right. She is right on that.
It's, like, built into
So
it.
because we only
in
saw
that
the little like.
sequence, in that sequence, we see it zooming into the rock, and we don't actually see it on the rock. But the only difference, though,
But
the
it's
only
built.
contradiction to that is at the end of the episode, we see it on top of the rock.
Yeah, so for the trailer, again, they edit things out all the time.
Yeah, so here obviously there's nothing.
That's for
This
the
is
trailer.
Loki going back. Now, really quick. Oh yeah, you did. Really quick. This right here. This is a great, I think, something we can spend a good amount of time on. Okay. This right here, when, where, how do you think this takes place? This is obviously King Loki, undoubtedly, right?
If
They
you
enter
look
the castle?
closely, there's a person sitting there watching him,
Oh, you're
or
right.
people on either
People.
side.
There are Asgardians
There's
watching.
people, Asgardians watching. So he's got an audience.
His
This
council,
isn't just him being dramatic alone.
Yeah.
Which I think
That
is
looks
interesting.
So tight, though. That looks super sick. Like whenever we get that HD reveal of what he's wearing, dude, that's gonna be so sick.
But yeah, this definitely looks more
Next
like
purchase.
Asgard than. I mean, it is Asgard.
Okay, with that
more
point,
so
right,
than the castle.
with that point about this being Asgard, so is this Loki's happily ever after, our Loki, or is this a flashback, a premonition? Oh, let me ask you this.
I have no idea what this is.
Loki's never been enchanted, right? Or at least not to our knowledge, not on screen. We haven't seen him enchanted.
She tried.
There was an attempt to, right? But it failed. Supposedly. Imagine, guys, another theory, drop in the comments this one, but like
theory.
Imagine this whole episodes 2 through or 3 through 6 are all just enchantment.
I would be so mad.
Jonah,
They
really quick,
they
though,
wouldn't do that.
I want to know, so this is obviously King Loki. Where do you stand on this? Is this going to be where our Loki kind of ends up? Like he'll find a timeline that suits him for this? Is this another Loki we haven't met yet? Is this the same Loki that's going to be maybe the big bad? Where are you at on this?
So the layout of the room looks similar to the top of the castle. With that said, it also looks like the throne room from Asgard.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, that's true.
So it's very hard to tell what direction they're going to go in. I also found another shot from a trailer as well, and I'm just going through because I'm trying to find a shot that I saw before that shows Loki going back to the TVA and in the TVA.
I'll pull
but
I have another screenshot also to share.
I don't know as far as which Loki this is going to be, because before last night I was like, well, Tom Hiddleston is our main Loki, and like we're not going to see Tom Hiddleston as another Loki. But then we saw him as the Vote Loki, President Loki. So that makes me wonder if they're going to show this variant of him as him, or if this is our Loki.
Man, I love this freaking show. I love this show so much.
My brain hurts.
This is man. I will forever be proud about what I said, which is I thought this was going to bring together WandaVision's best attributes and Captain America, Falcon, or Winter Soldier's best attributes into one show, and I think we got that. But yeah, one thing, let me hit the chat really quick. Ben Tolson's got to run. He appreciates all of us. Thank you, Ben Tolson, so much. And thanks for being so engaged and so just awesome, man. So glad we're fellow content creators and we're building this friendship. So thank you for that, Ben. We will see you next time. Again, everybody make sure to check out his channel. It is awesome and you won't regret it. Millie Cham is also here. She's saying that I would be fuming if that was the case, if this was all an enchantress thing. But here I see Human Ramp says, I disagree that she is the big villain. Why would she ask Miss Minutes to get the files of the origin of time and the end of time? So yeah, of course, like not the big villain, but she's man, well,
she has been the villain.
Yeah, she is the concerted villain. Like she is the villain that we're supposed to like attach our angst towards, like attach our disdain for, because we don't have, like, who else would we like kind of hate, right? Where it's going to come down to is Miss Minutes, her, and hopefully a third party that we're wishing for is going to reveal their true selves and really get us our mind blown that day. But check this out. Human Ramp also says, I do believe that this is the quantum realm, hence the giant yellow jacket helmet. So last night when you guys were talking about the yellow jacket, I mean, my mind wasn't there, but I was like, okay, that's cool. But now that I just realized the yellow jacket went into the quantum realm, he was banished to there, or whatever happened to him, but he ended up going quantum. That makes so much freaking sense. Like so much sense.
I found another sequence in the trailer.
What's that?
So it's going along the line, the white line that we're talking about, the ring around the asteroid. It's like following it, and then it goes into it, and it's kind of like a portal, and it goes through. I'm gonna see if I can send the link.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just more.
Yeah, no. Well, In the meantime, Stephen Cummings is in the house. Shout out to you, Stephen. Thank you for being here. He says, I just find it a bit too convenient that Mobius showed up when he did, probably reading too much into it. What do you guys think? You know what? Better question.
I refuse to believe that Mobius is bad.
Okay, I was just gonna say, what would you guys do if Mobius is bad? Would you guys just
Cry.
break your windows and be like, dude, nah?
Yes.
Lightning
rage quit.
McQueen variant.
I just don't see them taking that direction. Like, there's no reason to take that direction. Like, if they did, that would just ruin the entire show, in my opinion.
Yeah, okay, that's where I was going towards. That is, I like the notion of it ruining the entire show. Yeah, there's a few things that could happen within Loki that could ruin the show for me. I don't think they're gonna go there. I think we're gonna get that Luke Skywalker kind of satisfaction, but there are a few things that I'm a little weary about. Really quick though, what was I gonna do? Oh, so Zachary Aubert says this dark hallway pick, and I think he's talking about like this one.
The Hall
This
of
dark
Glass.
hallway pick
Yeah.
reminds me of Harry Potter and all the prophecy globes. Maybe this is our Loki walking through hallways of all the variant options for the higher being. Oh, that's interesting. Thoughts? Because again, this episode to me was a huge, homage to a lot of things Harry Potter.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a possibility. I think a lot of this next episode is going to be focused around figuring out who's running all of this, who's running the circus.
Yeah.
And it could be that, I think.
Come on, man.
I'd be okay with that, actually.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a possibility. I think most of it's just going to be, it could be like a funhouse type deal of the castle of Loki having to get through it. I think it's telling that he's alone. He's a little bit off to the side, so Sylvie could be walking next to him in reality. But we won't know.
You know what I think this is? To be honest, now that I'm looking at more and more, as far as like Sylvie where she's at, I think this was an edit. This was she's right next to him. This is just some Infinity War Endgame stuff. But Lizzie, what were you saying about this picture? You sent this for a reason.
I sent that one.
Or Jonah, what'd you say?
Yeah, that was.
That's in the TVA. That clock.
Mm-hmm.
And this
he's got the straps, so
it's post what we've seen already. So
he'll be back in the TVA.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, got you. And the cut on his arm. His arm. The straps, the knife thing. Totally agree. Well, how about this, guys? What we're gonna do is, are there any things you guys wanted to bring up that we haven't?
Give us Kang.
Give us Kang. Give us Kang. Oh, really quick. How about a little backstory on Kang Enterprises? QENG.
Yeah, Jonah, tell us.
Kang Enterprises was a organization that was ran by Kang under a different alias than Kang the Conqueror. When he time traveled to the 21st century, he purchased Stark Tower and
did he get stuck in the 21st century? Isn't that why that happened?
I think so. I don't remember exactly why, but it's a communist party that he was running that bought up the Stark Tower and made it their headquarters.
So the reason why we're bringing it up is because within the episode, I mean, this is a super Easter egg. You got to really like pause. Obviously, it's not Stark Tower. It's not the Avengers Tower. It has been aptly named something else, and that is QENG, which, like, if you sound it out, it sounds like Kang, right? But not only that, on top of what Jonah just told us, it is run proxy-wise or via second parties or aliases by Kang. And just another addition to where is Kang? Hashtag where is Kang? We will
Where's
find
Waldo?
out hopefully very, very soon. I do want to check out the chat really quick. Yeah, Human Ram says if Mobius was bad, it would be lazy storytelling. Totally agree.
Sharon Carter.
Sharon Carter.
Stop.
I haven't read this yet, but Human Ram says in the trailer at 19 seconds you get a great shot of the throne. Also at 53 seconds, it looks like he is fighting as Guardian soldiers. This puts me back on the track that Loki is the big bad. Okay, so for Human Ramp, we've got Loki as the big bad. On my panel, really quick, let's go ahead and just give our predictions right now. There's no better time than to do it. I see Mad Cake with thinking really hard. So I want to ask Mad Cake first. Who's your big bad? If you just had to attach it, who is the big bad? And big bad in the sense of who's in that tower? Who's in that tower?
Can I pitch something real quick about the tower?
Yes, of course.
Okay, so the scene where he goes back to the TVA, or like in the trailer, right? That we looked up. Okay, and Loki going down the aisle. He's obviously in the castle. What if in the castle there's a door already that leads back to the TVA? So someone in the TVA goes there, like, can go like back and forth between those two things.
I see
I
what
don't
you're saying.
know.
So check this out.
Do you know what I'm saying? Because either that
Yeah.
or someone had to have opened the door for him to go back to the TVA.
So
Which my first guess would be Mobius, but I'm
how would
kinda
Mobius
thinking-
get past the void?
yeah. So what I'm thinking is maybe whoever is behind everything, this is his like secret hideout or whatever, you know? And Loki is traveling through the castle and it leads to that scene where it's just the door that leads back to the TVA.
Which leads back to whoever said the Casey theory.
Yes.
Is that you saw that on?
Casey. King.
I think it's got to be
Casey's the big
Ravonna.
bad.
I think it's got to be Ravonna.
like with the access, like Ravonna with
Yeah.
the access to do that.
Yeah, because she already knew about the end of time.
Mm-hmm.
She knew that there was a void, and she was trying to make up excuses for a way to not go around it. She knew what was there.
Hence, Ravonna's vulnerability to be able to be enchanted.
Yes.
Ooh, I like that.
Okay.
On that though.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
definitely a possibility.
Okay, I want to
Riddick-
pop in a theory because I'll leave in like 5-10 minutes. It's almost 5 a.m. here. I think
Now you
that
know how we
Ravonna is going to be the big villain. And I think the reason why she asked for the files at the beginning and the end of time are probably to destroy them, to avoid something like that happening again. And this would actually tie in getting Kang more. Plus, you were talking about the tower. So the tower is basically linked to Quang Enterprises, which is probably in the Earth 616 comics, if I'm right. And it's run by, I think, I don't know, it's Griffon or something. It's pretty late in the night, so I'm not working at high capacity. But yeah, I think it's Mr. Griffon.
I don't think any of us are working at high
So
capacity.
probably then we have Nova in canon in that case, if that is true.
Ooh, nice.
I'm gonna throw out a name that we haven't really talked about, and that's He Who Remains. Could possibly. It's a possibility. I don't think it's gonna happen, but I'm just gonna throw it out there just for the heck of it. So we're covering all of our bases.
That's something I also heard on a video earlier today, which was that's a stretch, or that's a plausibility, but the
I don't think it's gonna
likeliness
happen,
of it
but-
happening, yeah. Oh man, that would be
It's Oscar Fadridge. Get it right already.
there would be internet breaking that day.
The internet's already broken.
Zaku, yes, the TVA is in the comics. That's
Mhm.
what he or the. I'm blanking
That's
on
how.
his name.
He
Yeah.
who. Yeah.
He who remains.
He who remains.
Exists.
That's exactly. That's how that would be plausible. Now, really quick, I know some people joined, and that is.
Oh, I like that human ramp.
I'll read that one right now. Hold on. Zachary says, "In the next is the next episode normal length? We're not
Probably
sure
longer.
yet, but
Probably
I think
longer.
it's gonna be
I'm
the
hoping
longest.
it's longer.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be the
I don't.
longest.
I'm not gonna get what I want from it if it's
30 minutes, because we know how Disney does stuff wrong.
Juan
Stop,
Martinez.
because now it's actually gonna be 30 minutes.
Black
Here.
Widow's 30 minutes.
I got you guys. See this? Okay, hold on. All right, cool. I undid what Jonah said. And we are outside the TVA, so it works, and they're not paperweights. Or microphone stand things. Juan Martinez says, "What up, Filmtopia fan? What up, Johnny? How are you, man? Hopefully, vacation is treating you well. Much love, sending you all the vibes and aloha." Let's see. Yes, so Zaku TVA is in the comics, and now we get to read what Human Ramp said. It's
I like
poetic.
that.
I haven't even read it yet, but it says it's poetic, and I thought of. I'll tell you now. That Loki will be the big bad. The more things change, the more they remain the same. Oh, snaps. Loki fighting another Loki will be the final test for this version of Loki's redemption. Oh my
I
god.
think that's fitting because I was just talking about how Loki's entire character is about adapting and changing, which goes back to the more they change, the more they remain the same, which is just a huge loop.
Dude, I want to.
Which is crazy.
I want to
think
frame that
about.
comment. Like, I'm gonna frame that comment. I always used to say that, but I love
Frame
that
it.
one. It's a great one.
Okay.
Put it on the wall.
Okay, so before I pop out, I'm gonna say one thing. Human Ramp, you've given me one of the best fight sequences I can imagine. Like Agent Smith versus Neo, happening
nice.
Loki versus Loki. Man, that's gonna be awesome.
Dude, that would be killer.
I kind of hope that happens, but I also really want Kang. So
I think that we're going to get a combination of what everyone's saying. I also think that Sylvie is going to be taken out of this fight. She's going to be separated from Loki in the castle.
For sure.
Because there's this scene of her fighting alone in the castle in a trailer. I don't know where. But there's a scene of her fighting alone. So I think that what we're going to get is a combination of what everyone has been saying, and that Loki will be alone when he enters whatever the throne room or whatever the heck he's entering at
I'm so
the
excited.
top of the castle.
Yeah, seriously, this is getting really good. You know what I'm thinking right now in my head? So I'm getting this. We're gonna get a triple fight. We're gonna get Sylvie versus maybe the bigger
Ravonna.
No, I think. Oh yeah, Ravonna.
Ooh.
So Ravonna is gonna has some bones to pick with Sylvie. We're gonna get Loki versus probably Loki, and then Mobius
Burning down the
freeing-
TVA.
burning down the TVA and freeing. I forgot her name. The one
B-15.
Hunter,
B-15.
Hunter B-15.
Yeah.
Free her.
It's gonna be awesome, man. And you know what I love is Human Ramp says this from a storytelling perspective, and here at Filmtopia, that's what I used to do all the time, which was I love putting on the producer hat, the filmmaker hat, and the fan hat, and then seeing like kind of basing my theories or my suggestions, like what I think is gonna happen off of that. And so Human Ramp, shout out to you. Oh, what about this? Zachary says 10-minute with massive cliffhanger for season 2.
I
Ouch.
would cry. I would not put it past Disney to do that, though. That's the thing.
Oh man!
And then the post-credit
I'm
scene is the rest of the show.
We're not gonna see anybody in the castle.
Nobody
That's
in
why
the
I'm
castle.
thinking that. That's what I'm thinking. Because, what I said earlier, and also, this might be a reach, but you know how the top it's like yellow, and the door that leads to the TVA is also yellow. That could be the shining light of the door in that area.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
my
yeah,
expectations were here. Now they're here.
I'm sorry.
So before it,
I'm really
before
digging
it
into
gets-
this. I'm sorry.
it makes sense. Okay, so before my reality breaks apart, I'm gonna pop off, and I'm gonna have a great
Bye,
next week.
Reddick.
Does
But
anybody
guys, I
have a
really enjoyed
screenshot?
being here.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. My bad.
Really enjoyed being here, guys, and I'm not gonna miss any streams anymore. I promise.
Well, listen, Rick, I just want to say the other thing, since this is your first time, welcome to Filmtopia Live. This is your first appearance here, first of many, many more. That goes for all of you, both everybody in here. Many, many more to come. But yes, Reddick, thank you so much. It was a pleasure seeing you, brother, and I'm so glad you got to see the photo of all of us. And I'll put it one last time for good time's sake. And but with that said, Reddick, thank you so much. Good night. We will see you. Oh, also tomorrow, if everything goes well, we will be here doing the Black Widow stream. So yes, I didn't realize it's tomorrow, but tomorrow we will be here for the Black Widow stream.
Okay, it's gonna be tomorrow for me. So yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So
fine.
basically, remember our WandaVision and Captain America streams we used to do? It's like
Yeah,
that.
I heard that. I heard that during the stream that
Yeah.
we're gonna do a pre-show, then we're gonna watch it, then we're gonna do an after show, and
Yep.
that's
So-
fantastic. It's gonna be awesome.
I will. We will send you the links and everything, and all that good stuff. And you have a great rest of your night. All right, man.
See ya, man.
Later, bro.
See you later, guys.
I got you. Oh man, love it, man, love it. But actually, that's a great time. The two Chaos Twins over here are doing what they do. Mad Cake, I do know though you had something you wanted to say. I want to hear it.
Oh, I was just gonna ask. Do you guys have the screenshot from the trailer where he enters the TVA?
Yes, I got
That
it right.
screenshot where he's like walking to the door.
Yeah.
Check it out. It is right.
I just want to see it real quick.
Here.
It's like
Okay.
inlaid into rock, it looks like.
Yeah.
So
So I
they're
thought maybe it was like in a round area, maybe.
Mhm.
Remember
So
what it looked
what I'm
like.
gauging from this, right, is he escaped the tower in order to
Yeah, it looks like it's on the asteroid.
So it's on the asteroid. I think it's away, obviously, from the tower. He had to get away from it. I don't know if it's an editing technique where Sylvie's not in it or if she's really not in it, but
I have
something happens
an
in that
idea.
castle that kicks him out. What's that, Jonah?
Based on his posture and how his movement looks.
It's a surprise. Sorry, I took it from you.
No. But I think Sylvie gets captured in her fight against Ravonna. And Loki catches Ravonna, like dragging her off through the through this portal.
Yeah, that's a possibility.
And then he's like, "Oh hell, no! Like I'm gonna go and like
HEL.
yeah, I'm gonna go and like save her." And so that's why he looks the way he does, and he's like,
dude,
all
can
macho
I
and like
combat that theory. So let me give you guys mine. Thank you for this, Mad Cake. So now I'm thinking, right? They failed inside the tower. Whether that was like you said, Ravonna snatching Sylvie, but look at where the rocks are placed. So the rocks are placed. He just got up from the rock. I think he felt defeated. And look, and to me, the way I gauge this is he's like really surprised that there's a door there, and he's approaching it very slowly. Like he's kind of approaching
it's
it.
Definitely some sort of like urgency or surprise in his body language.
Exactly. And so I'm just going off of the rocks I see, and I see two. So again, maybe it could be edited out, but I think something happened in the tower. Was he failed, came out of the tower, was gonna like go back to his old self, or you know, there's probably some monologue that goes on there, and then boom, Mobius opens this up for him, or Miss Minutes. Oh man, I love this, man. I love this. But yeah, seriously. Let's see.
He doesn't have
I
his
think
strap
So,
on either.
really quick on that, Human Ramp says he's not wearing his straps and has no blood on his shoulder, different
Yeah.
Loki. I initially thought that, but now hearing Ricky's theory, it might just be because he was defeated. Maybe he got the sword. I'm not going to try to say the name. Taken away from him, or something like that, or he made it go away. I don't know. Or maybe it's just edited. Again, I don't know. But it could be different Loki. I don't know.
Because just to confirm, this was from the first trailer?
It was from a trailer.
A trailer, okay. So
Yeah.
early on, we can possibly, go the route of it's edited out.
It definitely was before the mid-season trailer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which means it was before we knew about Sylvie and before we knew about him getting a sword and all of that.
Which is probably why
So
they
it
don't
could,
have
it
her.
very well could have been edited out because it is a back shot. I know in the shots from the front he has the straps, but that's because we can't see the sword. So it could just be edited.
And that shot of him in the TVA, he has the straps on still. So I think that it's an edit.
It's probably editing.
Oh man, it's funny. I already hear the score when this happens.
Yeah.
Which is like, again, he's defeated on that rock, probably crying, and then who knows? But that thing opens up, and then you just hear like that music of of a wind.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, where you hear that?
This song score and then wow.
Oh, dude, probably when he goes through it on the other side, Mobius is gonna be like, "Wow."
On your
probably
left 2.0.
Oh man, dude, Marvel loves these portals, man. They love these portals, and
They love their portals.
But honestly though, today Filmtopia Live has been an awesome one. It's been a great show. I think we're at the point where we're gonna go ahead and wrap things up. I know we've talked about a lot of things having to do with episode 5 and even looking forward to episode 6. So we appreciate everybody that's been in here today. A huge thank you for all your support. A huge thank you for all of the chat, right? Like, you guys are really involved, really, having us hear you out, and I love it. You guys make this super fun for us. And I just want to say, last night was super crazy and historic. If you were there, if not, definitely go check it out. But last night we had an influx of new Filmtopians, and it was so awesome to see. I can only imagine what's going to happen for tomorrow during our Black Widow stream. What's going to happen
750
for the finale of Loki. So I while I have you here, right, while you guys are here with us, and it's still an intimate setting, I just want you guys to know, I want all of you out there to know that I'm super appreciative of you. I know as we move forward and I've seen channels become bigger and stuff, one thing about me is, like, I don't forget the little person. I don't forget who was here at the very beginning. I don't forget all the comments and all the shares and all the positive, awesome things you guys have said thus far. That to me is screenshotted in my head, and I am the master screenshotter. So, hopefully one day this all, manifests itself physically, and we can, hopefully one day meet up, or one day do something awesome where Filmtopians unite, Filmtopians assemble. But yeah, since, like I said, you guys are here right now, you guys, I'm able to really, really say this to you, and just know there's so many more things to come, and so many more streams and videos that will hopefully make your day just a little bit better.
To add to that real quick,
yes, please.
If I'm running the giveaways like I was last night, and I see any of you OG people in the comments, I'm automatically entering you. It doesn't matter. You're getting on there somehow.
You're being entered whether you like it or not.
Yeah. You have an automatic entry, even if we are like, oh, say this one word. And I'm just gonna I see you in the chat, you're going on the wheel.
Yeah.
And that's what it will be from now on.
Exactly. It's like you're like season ticket holders, everybody. Like, you guys are first in line. You guys are all that good stuff. And seriously, so grateful for all the support thus far. I wish I could go on for another hour, just telling you how thankful I am, but that would bore you guys. Instead of telling you, like I've always said, a filmmaker is not about telling, it's about showing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to show up tomorrow for Filmtopia Live at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, aka 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Those happen Monday through Friday, and it is our new daily movie talk show. Today is a special edition episode where we really just talked about Loki, but for the most part, when it's outside of following a stream day, we talk about all the other news. But yeah, catch us at Filmtopia live here on this channel, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard, and also Black Widow watch party is going down wherever, whatever time Black Widow drops for you, wherever you are in the world. We will start about 2 hours before it actually drops, and then watch it with you, and then come back and talk all about it. Just the same way we've been doing the Loki watch parties, and the WandaVision ones, and the Falcon and Winter Soldier ones. I finally said that show right.
He said coherent sentence. We can end the live stream.
That's all for today, folks. Catch us next time.
With that said, on behalf of Mad Cake, on behalf of Lizzie and Jonah, and on behalf of all the Filmtopians in the chat, a huge thank you, and a huge vibes, many vibes, and many more vibes to come. With that said, we are going to sign off on episode 5 of Filmtopia live. Like I said, type into the chat what you want me to open with tomorrow morning with, and we'll get it popping. And with that said, we're going to exit the way we enter, and that is by, let's put our fist up, and on 3, 2, 1. Vibes, baby, vibes all the way. So with that said, thank you so much. We will see you next time.
Bye.
Peace.
Bye.
Squidward.
And Squidward.